Alright, so the 𝐜𝐼𝐺𝐻 killed me when I was trying to figure everything out. He just like jumped on me. So I think we're back. Okay, yeah, we're back. Let's go. And there we go. We get the Hylian Shield. And we can sell it. No, we're not going to sell it. We don't have enough room. I still have a leaf. But you never know when a leaf will come in handy, right? Struck down the giant foe to become recognized as the Knight of the Kingdom. Now, are there other cool stuff in here? Topaz. My favorite. I think we cleared out all the monsters here. That's all we came for, right? I feel bad for this guy, though. I've been playing Zelda long enough to know when to do like a wall. Someone escaped. But who could it have been? Alright, so I guess I'm done here, so we can go... We gotta go to Zora's domain. I want to get the Zora Tunic. Take a picture of that Lionel, all that other fun stuff. Hey Jesse, what's your favorite Zelda game? Right now, I would really love to have like 3 or 4 friends, like my E3 buddies that I go to E3 with. So Kayla, Daniel, Miss Click because she loves the game, Ilya because I think she really likes it too, Gibbs, some of the other people from the Discord. Just like 10 people. Have 10 of my best friends around, and then we all just stream Skyward Sword, like taking turns, like every 30 minutes, every hour, something. We just take turns playing it all day, but like on the Dolphin emulator, running in HD, not the Wii version. Although we could play the Wii version, but it's like, why would you do that when you can just, you know, not, if that makes sense. That would be awesome. Yeah. Hey Jesse, what's your favorite? Oh yeah, I already answered that. How are you today? I could be better. How do you stream your content? Well, right now, if you've been paying attention today, I've not been streaming very well because all the different troubleshooting I've had to do, like OBS crapped out a few times today. But other than that, I have a Blue Yeti microphone, which is honestly like the best USB microphone that you can get. Like if you want to do YouTube or Twitch, the Blue Yeti, like you can get a more expensive microphone, but the compression that YouTube and everything does to your audio and your videos anyways, it's not gonna matter. Like it's really not. Like you can spend $200 more and buy a microphone that would be really good for like recording in a professional studio onto like a raw wave file, which is like a high bitrate audio file, and you might be able to hear the difference. But using that studio microphone, or like that $1,000 microphone, compared to the Blue Yeti, which is already like a $100 microphone, especially on YouTube, like no one's going to be able to tell the difference at all. You don't want to mess with me. I cut down a tree and killed you. See? Do what your friend's doing. See, he's scared. He's hiding. Beat Skyward Sword yesterday. That's so awesome. Did you play it on the Wii, the Wii U, and emulator? So if I know anything about Zelda games, I should bomb those rocks over there, because they're a different color. No. They're just different colors for a reason. Sorry about your friend, mate. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Digitus Shrine. Also, Jesse, have you seen the game theory on the... Yeah, game theory are the worst. Like, they came out with that one theory a few months ago that had all of their people believing that it was in the downfall timeline. Now they're making another one that completely contradicts their old video, and now everyone's saying that it's in all the timelines. But it's stupid. It's like, despite it gives me a headache. Despite Hyrule Warriors not being canon, they try to use it as a way to explain Breath of the Wild. I'm like, no, you don't need to. Daniel and I already have perfect videos on that. Was that... $5? Thank you. Who's that from? From Gus. Keep it up, Gus. Yes, thank you so much. You're amazing. I almost thought you were the other Gus. I have a longtime friend named Gus that's on the podcast. But thank you for your $5 submission. But yeah, like, Daniel originally came up with the Dragon Break theory, which is bringing all of the timelines together, which 𝐴𝐿 has had interviews in the past that is the case. Like, the Zelda series does bring different timelines back together on itself, to where if there's a timeline split, and then whenever it ends, everything that happened in all of those separate timelines definitively happened. One case being Skyward Sword. When you go back and forth through time at the end of Skyward Sword, that causes a dragon break, to where you have kind of two different timelines, but then they all come together. When you play Majora's Mask, you have dozens and dozens of different timelines. Every time that you went to the past, you were in like a different version of that past. But if you 100% complete the game and beat Majora, you'll see the cutscene where everyone is saved. Like, the two people got married, Anju and Cafe. Just like everyone is saved. Had all of their problems solved, and you can't do that in one go, because like as soon as you get the ocarina, it makes you go back to the first day anyways. So like, even then there would be 2 days that you would have to come together on, and even that, there's some that require you to let one side quest fail so that you could do a spin-off side quest from it. But anyways, the canon ending from 𝐴𝐿 is an ending where every single thing that you did, every person you helped, even if it wasn't on the last day that you beat the game, in the end it all comes together and you save everyone. So like all those different timelines that you created from going back and forth in time in that game, they all end up coming together. So like that's what the Dragon Break is on a small picture. But with Breath of the Wild, it's the 3 separated timelines coming together as a Dragon Break. And why? Because of the goddess Hylia. I mean, who else has the power to mess with time like that other than someone who is literally the goddess of time? And I say she's the goddess of time because she's already a goddess, but her temple in Skyward Sword, it's the Temple of Hylia. The Temple of Hylia ends up becoming the Temple of Time. So the Temple of Hylia ends up becoming the Temple of Time. Hylia can talk to Link from what they call the edge of time. So like she can communicate with someone who's years in the past or years in the future. Her Temple of Hylia had the pedestal of time. It had the gate of time that's used to go back and forth through time. So like everything in it, while it's called the Temple of Hylia, has to do with time. Everything there is, yeah. And then they end up not calling it the Temple of Hylia because Hylia is no longer with us because she sacrificed herself to become Zelda and hold back Ganon. Or not Ganon, but Demise. So they end up calling it the Temple of Time. Instead of keeping the name after the goddess, they named it after what was found inside of it. And then in Majora's Mask, when Link leaves Hyrule for his adventure in Termina, Zelda tells him that they will be praying to the goddess of time to keep Link's journey safe. And the only god that Zelda prays to is the goddess Hylia, because she is the reincarnation of Hylia. Now there are smaller goddesses of time in other places outside of Hyrule, but just for Hyrule. That's what we're talking about. So like, when you have this split timeline and you're like, okay, well what being could be strong enough to fix these three split timelines? Maybe the being who is literally the god of time. I think that would work. And it does. Because later on, Nintendo ended up updating their own see here. There we go. Nintendo ended up uploading or updating their own timeline to put Breath of the Wild at the end of all three timelines, meaning that it could possibly take place at the end of all three, or that it takes place after all three. Obviously meaning that instead of an individual one, it's all of them. But that theory on Game Freak's, not Game Freak, on Game Theory's channel about the timeline and everything, Daniel, myself, and some other people are almost 100% certain that most of those ideas were stolen from either mine or Daniel's video. Because Daniel's video was literally the very first video on the entire interwebs about a dragon break. Like literally the very first. And then this guy makes one that's almost word per word what his video is, which would have ended up making a great video because Daniel's video was great. So if you copied it word for word, you would still have a great video. The problem is he ended up trying to explain a canon timeline, like how it could be canon by it's so stupid. Explaining a canon timeline with a game that's not canon. Like the other day someone tried to argue and debate about it to where they were like, they said something about like, obviously Breath of the Wild isn't a canon game and it has no influence on any of the other Zelda games. After he said that, like, I wasn't the one that said that to him, like, he said that, but then he went on to try and debate that Breath of the Wild could have happened after Hyrule Warriors. And I'm like, do you just not have any common sense? Like, you literally just said that everyone knows Hyrule Warriors has nothing to do with the canon timeline or have influence on any other Zelda game. Yet you say that, and then you debate that it does, right after saying it doesn't. People are just weird. Oh, well, that's easy. If I knew that's all I had to do. Well, I knocked that one off. That sucked. That's so easy, though. It's like all of the people that think Tetra isn't Zelda, despite the game calling her Zelda, the creators of the game calling her Zelda. Like, in the game itself, she calls herself Princess Zelda. Link calls her Princess Zelda. I feel like there's something else I can do. Sheik's not in the game. Would be cool to see a pirate Sheik though. The boat dude and the king call her Zelda. Everyone calls her Zelda. Like, Ganon wants to kill her because she is Zelda. Some of it just doesn't make sense. Because it's like they all call her Zelda. That, like, yeah, she is a pirate. Like, her parents died when she was young or something. Obviously she had parents because there's a photo of her parents. And she was born, so she had to have had parents sometime. Yeah. But the thing is, like, she may have been named Zelda when she was first born, as is tradition. I think Zelda 2, or one of the earlier games, state that every female born is to be named Zelda. So whether they like it or not, they're being named Zelda. And then when she went off to do her pirate stuff, or when she was adopted, or whatever happened, her pirate crew used to be like not slaves, like the kitchen people, the cooks and everything for the royal family. They all ended up going into pirates. She became a pirate, which made perfect sense. Because I looked at it in the view of, if you're a princess, like a young kid, bratty princess, you're used to getting absolutely everything. If someone does disrespect you or your family, most of the time, back in those times, like if someone disrespects the king bad enough, they'll just kill him. So it's like, you're already used to that type of world. When you ask for something, someone immediately gives it to you, and they're happy to give it to you because they know if they don't, something bad might happen. And if they end up becoming your friend, then they might end up getting cool stuff. So yeah, like everyone is like rushing to do whatever it is that you want them to do, or to give you whatever it is you want them to give you. Now the opposite side of that, all of that gets taken away. You're no longer a princess, but you still have that mentality. The problem is, instead of asking people, like when you ask someone to give you something now, they're not going to give it to you. So you have to take it from them. Like you're no longer asking them, you're taking it from them. Which is how you go from being the princess to a pirate. But yeah, despite that and showing the screenshots and the interviews where they all call her Tetra, there's still a lot of people that like want to argue that it's not Zelda, like her name's Tetra, and I'm like, did you watch the video? Like, even if you don't listen to me, like you could say what I'm saying is all BS, I'm just making up lies, blah blah blah. But it's like, the video is still there, like you can just watch it, you can play the game yourself and see that. And it's the same with the Link is dead theory, like all the dumb people that believe that. Like when I first heard it, yeah, I thought it was interesting and cool. Like it's one of the most darker Zelda theories, so yeah, there's stuff behind it to easily make it popular. The problem is like everything in the games, especially Twilight Princess, disproves it. Like Link can't die before Majora's Mask or during Majora's Mask because he has a grandson in Twilight Princess, or a great-grandson, whatever it is. Like, he didn't die in Majora's Mask because he went back to Hyrule, had a family, and eventually Breath of the Wild, or Twilight Princess Link was born. So it's like a crazy thing. I feel like no matter which way I go, the water instantly wants to push me the other way. So we will use Cryonis. Pretty much like all three of those theories, like those 3 Zelda theories by Matt Pack, it's not even them. It's like he didn't credit any of the original people who wrote them. It's like he just takes all the credit for himself when everyone knows that he has an entire team of people. And he, even from his team, he doesn't get the ideas. Like they go to Reddit, or if something's trending and it's just popular, they'll just take it and use it and be like, it came from the internet, instead of giving an actual credit. Zelda Informer, Zelda Informer, Zelda Dungeon, both the same thing now, but they kind of got uptight about it, rightfully so, because one of their theories was stolen and put on a video on his channel, so that ticked everybody off. Ten embers. What? What's a YouTube channel that you guys watch that gets a lot of stuff wrong and it irritates you? When my channel first started, we had a few things wrong, but for the most part, now we put our sources. So like if we say something, you know it's true because almost everything we say, we have it featured on our screen. Like we have the interview or whatever it is literally on our screen for people to see proof of what we're saying. So it doesn't matter how much you push it, it just goes the same way either time. So what's the YouTube channel, theory video, or anything that you guys have watched that made you really just like facepalm or something? I wanted to get my arrow, but I did not want to fall. Oh well. I did not mean to do that. Hello? Still playing the game. I'm in a shrine, streaming. Yeah. How to get the what? I don't know. I don't know. Here in a bit, yeah. Oh, let me call you back here in a bit. I have my mind focused on this game, and he's asking for advice on A Link to the Past. What did that do? Is that it? If you're still on there, Luke, you can join voice chat in Kayla's server.
It's Game Over Jesse.
Hello. Can
Hey,
they hear you on
Jesse.
the stream?
Maybe. Let me see. I don't know.
Hello, Maya.
Ooh, Maya is watching the stream and she's not in the chat with us. What's going on, Jesse? You picking favorites now?
She's afraid.
She's afraid.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh man.
She could come to what was it? My Discord server, the voice chat, the Sacred Realm.
Yo, I'm eating, she says.
So I used the amiibo to get Epona earlier.
Okay.
But I used it on top of a mountain in the Lanayru province. So I had a rough time getting Epona to a stable because none of the stables were marked on my map. So I had to get her to like continuously fall off of a mountain.
That's insane. That kind of reminds me of one time I got 2 Eponas because I used the Smash Link amiibo to get Epona.
I did that the other day.
And then I used Twilight Link to get another Epona, but the second Epona drowned in the Farron Woods River, and I felt so bad because I was trying to get. I was an idiot and I spawned Epona like on that island area in the Farron region, and I couldn't get her across because it was like a long fall into water. And it just sucked. So I tried to get Epona to swim across the river, and she ended up drowning. And I was so sad because I watched a horse die.
Tragic.
And to make it worse, it was my fault, which made it even worse.
When were you playing?
This one, Breath of the Wild.
No, I said when.
Oh, this was a while ago. It was like it had to have been within the first year of the game's release.
So what games have you been playing lately?
Breath of the Wild. I've literally just been playing this, and I'm also playing Wind Waker and Majora's Mask randomizers right now. I've been streaming Majora's Mask every night so far, and I'm actually starting. A video series, like a Let's Play video series for Wind Waker randomizer, because I'm addicted to it and I can't stop playing it. So instead of streaming it constantly, I've decided to make a video series for it, so I can still do it and like make it a series, and I'll stream other stuff.
So you're gonna play it normally and then upload it? No live
Yeah.
stream?
Basically.
Or you could still stream to your Twitch and then upload it to YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
not really ignoring the chat, but like not paying as much attention to them as you would during the normal stream. That way they can still see, and it'll possibly build up your Twitch.
No, I actually started at dual streaming with Restream, so I stream on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. I know it's against TOS on Twitch, but I literally don't care.
I think it is only if you're partnered with Twitch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm pretty sure if it's like if you're partnered. So, I don't really care.
Otherwise, I think it might be illegal for OBS to even have it as an option.
Yeah, exactly my point. Like, why would they make it an option if it's not like legal? You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah.
Alright, now we're trying to get the Zora armor.
Oh, do you have all the pieces?
I have none of them. I went around.
Oh.
The first thing I did was get all of the Sheikah towers.
Okay.
And then I got a couple of memories, the champion tunic, and everything. But my main focus was get all of the towers so the map is open, and then do enough shrines to get the master sword. And then when I get the master sword, then I'll do the divine beasts.
Nice.
But I'm trying to get some of the more helpful tunics while I'm on my way.
That's a good idea. I made a custom heroes tunic for myself. I think it looks pretty cool. Where I took the Hylian trousers, and I leave them the default color, and then you take the the cap of the wild, and the Skyward Sword tunic, because the cap and I did not realize this, but the greens on the Skyward Sword tunic and the tunic of the wild, they are the same shade of green. So I think that's really cool because I like having Link's actual hair when he wears the hats, not like the different styles that he takes on when he wears the other caps and stuff. So to me, it's like a custom made hero's tunic for myself. I like all the different tunics and stuff, but making my own, it feels like really cool.
Bomb arrows are exploding.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the rain would stop that.
Damn, Maya's spitting facts right now about Twitch TOS. Okay, so yeah, probably. I really don't think I'll get banned unless someone tells them. So if that happens, I'll be like, well, we tried. But yeah, I've been playing pretty much every randomizer so far, except for the A Link to the Past, just because I'm not a big fan of that game.
Why not A Link to the Past? That's what my brother's playing through right now.
That's cool. I mean, I think it's a really good game, but there are just parts of the game that make me furious, and I refuse to go through that again. I hated 𝐈𝐬𝐢 so much. That's the worst dungeon I've ever had to deal with in Zelda games. I hate the 𝐈𝐬𝐢s so much in that game. I'm all for a good challenge, but it reaches a point where I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. I kind of have to know it. Alright. Ooh, Xavier's making a custom map? That's awesome.
Boot map for what?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I hope it turns out good, Xavier. That sounds really cool. I've also been looking at mods for Breath of the Wild and Wind Waker. They're so cool. The modding community is really cool, in my opinion. Twilight Princess Ice Dungeon was lit. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I actually
one of my favorites.
Yeah, I really like the Snow Peak Ruins in Twilight Princess. That's one of the best dungeons, definitely. Yeah, and I actually thought about starting a new series where I talk about dungeon design and architecture for the Zelda games.
Oh, they do that in Boskies. Have you ever watched those?
Oh, wait, that's already a thing? No, I thought I was being original.
Well, they do it for a bunch of different stuff. Like I think the last videos were on Metroid, but they covered basically the whole Zelda series.
Do they talk about each? Do they go like by game or by dungeon
Yeah,
specifically?
each game.
Oh, just like a game in general.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the thought process of creating and designing the dungeons for each of the games,
Oh, okay.
and how
Well,
they
yeah.
would change over time and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, then I guess mine is different then, because yeah, I want to talk about the architecture and like dungeon design, like every single one within a game, separately as each episode, and I want to talk about how those designs, if possible, connect to any lore in the series. I think they'd be really, really cool. And I'm mainly just doing it because I really love the lore and connection of the Earth and Wind temples in Wind Waker and how they connect to old Hyrule underwater. I just think that's really cool. And I've researched it a little bit. And like the more I researched it, the dungeon designs for the Earth and Wind temple don't make any sense, but I still love them regardless. Also, in my in my Breath of the Wild Switch save file, I did after I got all 120 shrines done, I did that glitch where you can duplicate your hearts. So I have max of stamina and hearts.
What glitch is it?
It's a glitch where you kind of mess with like it's a glitch where you mess with the memory of the game, and you, you just kind of exploit some things in the game to make the game think that your stamina and health is one thing, but it's actually something else. So then you can use the Hateno Village statue to get more of the stuff that you've stored in there.
Is there anything that you have to do
Yeah.
to do
So
it?
basically, like,
Can you mess up to where like if you do something, then you just can't do it at all?
yeah, because you have to make sure that you like save before you attempt it, because you have to reload no. Okay, so what you have to do is you take your like spirit orbs or like energy or whatever, and you give it to the Hateno Village statue, and then you save, and then you go into the shrine in Hateno Village, and you perform a couple glitches in there that kind of mess with the memory system. I don't remember exactly what glitches they are, but it's like a camera glitch and a memory exploit, and then once you do that, you reload the save file that you saved after you had stored your energy into the statue, and what happens is once you load that, you grab your energy back from the statue and then you repeat the process. But then on that second time when you load the save file again, you will have your energy back, but then you can talk to the statue again and get your stuff back again, so you have even more stuff. And it's really cool. So like, let's say you have the 4 hearts and no stamina upgrades. You can store the 1 heart into the statue and then do the process, get your heart back, do the process again, and you can get a 5th heart or a stamina wheel upgrade, and you can just keep doing it until you have like max everything.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
I've only been
And
experimenting with the recipes and stuff in the game
mhm.
lately.
That's cool. Yeah, I accidentally discovered how to make cake, and I was very shocked.
How do you do that?
You use monster extract, sugarcane, egg, milk, goat butter. It doesn't. doesn't heal you at all, though. It's a core heart. It's not worth making, but I thought it was pretty interesting.
I think I may have ran out. I have no food for energy.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Yeah. Maybe this will work. I need...
Did Maya disappear? Where'd she go?
Why is it not?
Something I really hope that they fix in Breath of the Wild 2. I really want to see the rain fixed. Like, the rain is way too often. Also, is that Maya?
No, I would never be here.
Of course you wouldn't. Why would you not be here?
I mostly just don't exist, but on occasion I will.
Touche.
Yeah. You know, sorry, there was something you were saying about rain like just a second ago, and because the YouTube delay is like 30 seconds, when I joined the Discord call, I was so confused because I was like, how is he saying two things at the same time? And I forgot there was such a heavy delay, and now I feel like an idiot.
Nice.
Yeah. The Twitch delay is way better.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's like a second.
Yeah, if you turn on like or turn off, I don't know what I'm saying in general, but like if there's a setting that you can use in Streamlabs at least, and probably regular OBS, that like makes it so that it's pretty like fast, down to like 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Yeah. If you turn on ultra low delay.
Yeah, latency, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty dope, but I don't think YouTube has an option like that.
No, they do.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. But their deal also, I think this is really funny. They lie about it on their like streaming options.
Well,
It says if you turn on ultra low latency, the stream will not archive on your channel, but it still does. So
okay. That's a weird restriction anyway, though.
yeah, like I was like, what? Also, it doesn't. You can't stream in 4K if you turn on ultra low. But by that logic, I'm like, why bother?
Does
So
anyone ever stream in 4K ever?
I've never heard of that, anyways. So yeah,
Me neither. Yeah, that's really weird.
that's pretty crazy. Pretty cray, right, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm just looking for carrots.
That sounded so innocent.
It did. He sounded like a child. I'm just looking for carrots. That's about what I expect. That's fine. Yeah, I was eating an apple when I saw that Jesse was playing, and then you jumped in and you're like, why isn't Maya here? And I was like, well, better stop and say hi then. So this is me stopping and saying hi before I go off and do other things.
Well, thank you.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. I mean, you know, it's the least I can do. Plus, you know, Breath of the Wild is like, you know, the best, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, what do you guys
use the
think
frogs
about what?
The frogs.
What about the frogs?
What do you use to cook them?
It depends on the type of it, and I usually just throw in a bunch of bokoblin teeth because they're disposable as crap. I literally ran out of space for bokoblin teeth during my Breath of the Wild playthrough. I had 999 bokoblin teeth, and I sold all of them, and I got like 6,000 rupees. It was pretty lit.
I just did the
Of course it's raining.
the dragon tooth farming. The dragon horn? I think it's the horn.
Jesse sounded so salty right there.
Wait, what did he say?
He was like, "Of course it's raining."
Oh.
Dude, I
Yeah, for
hate.
like 3
I
straight days.
Yeah, I hate the rain in this game, like for real. Like I wish okay, something I literally thought would happen is if you got all three pieces of the climbing
Yup.
gear,
Yup.
it would make you
It
like weatherproof. So you could climb in the rain. I
it
literally thought that.
literally even says, I think on the boots, it says that they're like good for gripping or something.
Yeah, there's like
Like,
it's like wet resistant. There's good grip and stuff. So I was like, sweet, you can use these to
nope.
climb against the rain. And the rain is like, nope.
Jesse, by chance, did you sleep next to the fire to make time speed up so that you could,
That's what I'm doing.
you know, yeah, okay. But then it was still raining.
Yeah,
Big oof.
like all three of the weather patterns are rain.
Yeah,
It's
not a
still
good
rain.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zora's Domain is a never-ending rain paradise, so you're probably never gonna get that fixed because you're close to Zora's Domain, I think, aren't you?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
Yeah.
well, if that's the case, then it's always gonna be raining.
Yeah,
it's
It's al-
Cass somewhere. Like he's always 10 feet behind you playing the Song of Storms.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with this. Oh my gosh. My next Zelda stream when?
Me, I really want to do a thing with my boyfriend. I want to do Zelda date, and because he's never played any of the Zelda games except for Breath of the Wild, and I really want him to play all the other ones on stream with me, where I would talk mostly and like commentate, and he would actually play the game. Because I'm much better at talking than he is, and
I
he
made
is
it
much
somewhere.
better at games than I am, so it works out perfectly.
I don't know what happened, but I did something.
I'm proud of you, I think.
Good job, Jesse.
Craps.
Okay, well that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love to do it. It's just getting him to do it is the issue.
Oh, does he not want to be on camera or something?
Yeah, he's a little camera shy. Wow, Jesse, I just saw what you did like just now, and that was impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually incredibly impressed. But yeah, he's a little bit camera shy, but like he would be fine. I know he would be. It also comes to like what if so he's never played any of the Zelda games and except for Breath of the Wild, and he really liked Breath of the Wild, but since Breath of the Wild is so different than all the other games, I'm afraid of us playing like Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time and he just doesn't like it and doesn't want to play it. So we get on stream and he plays it for like an hour and then he's like, "Yeah, this isn't for me," you know, and then I have to be like, okay." I guess if that's the case, I would just take over, but
I mean, you could
Kinda
explain
defeats
to
the
him
purpose.
that the older ones are more story based, and which
Mhm.
makes them more linear. They're
Mhm.
they're more linear, story focused than this one.
Yeah,
So
that's for sure.
you just kind of warn him before he dives in.
Luke, did you ever play Animal Crossing?
Of course, I have all of them.
Oh, well, this was a dumb question. How do you feel about the New Horizons game?
That game looks so amazing, and I freaked out when I saw there was 8-player online. I'm so hyped for that.
How do you feel about the not cloud saving thing?
I don't really care about cloud saving, so I'm fine with that.
Really? You didn't use like the time traveling at all in previous Animal Crossing games?
Well, I mean, I did in the original because I was using the cheats in that game because they had cheat codes in the original Animal Crossing, and I would spam the money cheat because I didn't want to like fish and get like 300 bells and be good. So I
So
got
so what you're trying, hold on, explain. Okay, have you paid off your home loan in New Leaf?
yeah.
And you did that literally just by playing the game like every day?
Yeah, I fished on the island and got sharks.
Yeah, okay, but you did that like every night?
Yeah, I did that like every day till I paid off everything.
And you didn't time travel?
Nope, no time traveling. And
Alright, well,
I made like a yeah, I made like 1,000,000 bells a day. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
okay, okay, calm down, just like, give me, so you, okay, I did the same thing. I did the same thing, but I time traveled so that when it got, like, to a certain point, like after I was done for the night, I would just time travel to like 6 p.m. the next day and then redo it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Can people in the chat hear you guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear both of
As
us
long as
talking
they
in the
don't
stream. Yeah,
like myself.
it'd be pretty weird, Jesse. You got some explaining to do.
Pretty normal.
We already know he's psycho. We already know.
Pretty normal, huh?
Well, when I came to the stream, Jesse wasn't saying anything and Luke wasn't here yet. And I was like, is Jesse's mic just off? Because normally you never stop talking ever about anything having to do with Zelda. So I was like, what is going on?
No, Jesse doesn't really talk unless we're on the Hylian Games cast, and he's like in the mood to talk about Zelda lore.
That is not true. Anytime Jesse's ever been on my stream, he has, like, gone off.
Well, yeah, he's in lore mood. He's playing a game right now. He doesn't want to talk, I guess.
I can understand that. I can understand wanting to, like, more focus on, like, gameplay than have to talk about Zelda lore constantly. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized he's on Master Mode, too.
Oh my god, I hate Master Mode.
I love Master Mode.
I don't hate it. I just despise the Lizalfos in Master Mode because there are so many times where I would be so close to killing a Lizalfos, but because of their evasive, like, programming, they will just run away from you until they're all the way healed, and then they come back for you to, like, fight. And you end up wasting all of your weapons for nothing, and it pisses me off.
I couldn't do, like, not Master Mode. I couldn't do the, like, Master Trials on Master Mode, but that's, like, it.
Oh, I did that.
I could not do it on Master Mode. It was too hard. But then again, I only tried it for, like, 2 days.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like, I had to resource everything. Like, you have to be skilled, first of all, to, like, not get damaged, because you only have so many resources when you get to the warp points.
What are you trying to say, Luke? Trying to say I'm not skilled?
Where you can, like, restock. Maybe.
What a dork. Jamie says, I caught, like, the stream after Jesse and then we're, like, talking for, like, 15 minutes straight. So, maybe that's just bad timing on my part. But she also said that she has a question for Jesse.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Ask.
Or Key. I don't know. Jamie's one of those names that can go either way. Sorry for assuming genders in 2019. Yikes. Hate to see that.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm also curious about what the question is. I'm reading YouTube chat right now. Yeah, he is a guy. And he's like, oh, I'm so offended. Sorry.
Okay, Jesse.
Yes.
Jamie's question is, what are your thoughts in terms of Dragon Break for Breath of the Wild 2? Do you think it will give evidence for it? Any overarching thoughts?
Yeah. I think Breath of the Wild 2, it'll just give, like, just as many references to the other games as Breath of the Wild 1 did. They'll just be different references.
Okay, cool. Short, to the point. Alright.
Yeah. Like, Breath of the Wild didn't really mention Minish Cap at all. Even though there's, like, artwork and stuff that Nintendo released where it had a Minish village. And, like, it was actually in the game and everything, but they took it out. So I think references like that will be something. Like, now that Hyrule might be fixed instead of destroyed, you might see, like, a new village built that resembles a village from a past game or something. Sidon's still not talking. My Breath of the Wild has not been doing a voice acting.
Xavier says you're too quiet, by the way, Jesse. You sound fine on my end, but to them you're too quiet.
Intriguing.
Nice.
Yeah, the Majora's Mask randomizer is so much fun now. It used to be terrible. But they updated a ton of it, and it's like really good now.
What would you guys be like most excited to see out of the new Breath of the Wild?
If they had
Like nothing's not confirmed yet, but things that you would like to see.
underwater exploration, climbing in the rain.
Uh-oh, he's thought about this. Yeah, climbing in the rain definitely needs like some sort of like, I don't care if Link's next set of climbing gear has literal hooks in his boots that like are on the like the tips or anything.
World.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool. I would just like to see like an abundance of side quests, like unique side quests, not just like a hey, get me 10 grasshoppers, get me 10 octa balloon boys, you know, like I would like to see like an abundance of really like
Yeah.
Terrytown. Terrytown was awesome. But it was basically the only unique side quest in the game that I can think of that really went like out of
Yeah.
its way.
Yeah, that was the most unique out of all of them, and even then, it was still just a stretched out fetched quest.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was kind of like, you know, with spoilers, of course, but like, you know, the whole story I thought was pretty cool with, you know, the marriage and just overall development. And I like, even though it was just a lot of fetch quests, at least there was like a little bit of a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, if you come down to it, like, or when it comes down to it, like any quest is gonna have some menial, you know, like, go here, defeat this enemy, you know, go here, collect this, in basically any game. But how they twist it into something else can make it interesting. The story behind it can make it interesting.
Yeah, I wanted the rewards to not be disposable things you can find in the overworld, because that was kind of annoying. Like, I didn't really see a point in doing the quests. I still did a lot of them. Actually, I think I did most of them. I'm only missing like 10 quests, actually. I did almost all of them, but like I just find like the rewards like so dumb. Like everything is disposable. Like all the rewards is either money or some kind of weapon that you already can get in the overworld, or it's food that you can already make. Like it's everything is like disposable. Like you don't even like need to do the things that they want you to do, because you don't get anything actually worth your time out of it.
Yeah, Garrett, I 100% agree with that. I was really against the system of like weapons breaking ever since I found out about it, and I still am. It demeans everything else that you can do, and the fact that there are weapons that are stronger than the Master Sword even after you know, defeat the Master Trials and, you know, power it up and everything. Like, at that point, it's not really the Master Sword anymore, it's just a sword. And it's great that it can come back, but it should just be, like... They should... If they were gonna make every other weapon in the game breakable, they should have at least gave the option for the Master Sword to be unbreakable. And same with the Hylian Shield. Even though it does take a lot for the Hylian Shield to break, it should not be able to break. Even though you can buy another one. It just shouldn't. Like, those two things, it should have been fine.
I 100% agree with that, actually. Like, oh my gosh. I actually thought that was going to be the thing, like, that the Master Sword would be the only unbreakable melee weapon, and then the Hylian Shield would be the only unbreakable shield. Especially since in Skyward Sword, they talk about how the Hylian Shield is made out of a special metal, and it's indestructible because of that special metal. So I'm like, why? And then but then for the bow, I was thinking like maybe they could have the hero's bow, or just the bow of light be the unbreakable bow. That would be really cool. Yeah,
it would have been really, or for any of the champions weapons, it would have been really cool for any of the champions weapons to be unbreakable. And again, it's cool that you can remake them, but it's still kind of just wasn't. It wasn't the play. It was not the play.
Yeah, it really. I am indifferent about the durability system, because I like that the durability system forces you to go out of your comfort zone and try out new things. At the same time, I don't like it because it devalues every single thing in the game. Everything.
Yeah, every weapon you get.
Every weapon, every item, every material is disposable, and you can just re-get it no matter what. Like, everything has no value. it's really stupid.
Yeah, for me, the materials, I'm fine with those being, I mean, it makes sense. Resources should be able to get them again and again and again. But for weapons, it just it was like walking through Hyrule Castle for the first time in the game, and there's a couple different rooms that just have royal swords hanging on the walls, and it's a really neat thing to see, but then you realize that you're like, oh, this is gonna be gone like within the next couple of hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
RPG disagrees completely, apparently. But also, before that, I wanted to mention something, but I kind of got carried away with this. RPG had said, "I want the champion of Hyrule to be let in anywhere he wants without ever having to dress like a chick." Which is really, really funny. Not to get like political or anything, but like it is funny that everything is about like equality. You hear about it all the time, and then Breath of the Wild comes out, and it's like you're not allowed to go in this town. Granted, that's always been the case with the Gerudo and everything, but like it was an interesting thing, and I kind of do agree that once you helped them, I think if they made it like an exception to where you like, hey, you literally like freed Von Boris from its stuff, you can come into town now. I thought that would have been fine.
Yeah, okay, because I think the reason people were like, oh, we should have been able to go in after beating the boss is because that same concept is in Ocarina of Time, where after you free all the carpenters, you like prove yourself worthy of being a part of the Gerudo clan. So they give you a membership card, and like then it allows you to roam around without getting caught and like prisoned. So I think they wanted that same concept where you prove you are worthy of the Gerudo by destroying the evil within the divine beast and freeing Nabooru's soul. So I think that would have been pretty cool if they had done that. Yeah.
It made sense to me, but I also get that the Gerudo are very like strict about that, and it makes sense because they're like the one man.
Okay, well, yeah, that's also another thing is that I think because of the history and Ganondorf is Gerudo, they're ashamed of such an evil man being their race and like a part of their tribe within history. So they just don't want that anymore.
But it happens like almost every time. Like every single time a guy is born, they're just like, is this gonna be the bad one?
I did like this one theory. I don't remember who said it. I think it was either Zeltic or Nintendo Black Crisis. They had like this theory that the reason there hasn't been a male Gerudo in so long is because of Breath of the Wild 2. Like you see the corpse and like the mummified Gerudo down there, who is probably Ganondorf. But like the reason there hasn't been a rebirth is because that person isn't dead yet. They're just like mummified, so they're still alive. They're just mummified, so they're technically still alive, but they're just being tortured and they're not dead.
I'd be mad too, honestly.
So I was like, that's a plausible theory.
There's been a few people mention that to me, but the way that I see it is like whether or not the last male was born or is still alive. If it happens every 100 years, it should happen despite the last one being alive. The only thing is, like if Ganondorf is still mummified, then the next one born just wouldn't have like the evil spirit of demise reincarnated in him. He would just be like a normal male Gerudo dude. Whereas, yeah, like Link hardly ever gets revived or reincarnated as like another Link while there's one still alive, but there are like weird hints that it has happened. Like in A Link Between Worlds, the old man is hinted to be Link from A Link to the Past. But for the most part, yeah, I think with that Ganondorf thing, I think like if someone lived to be over 100, then yeah, there would totally be another one born. I don't know.
So 2 Ganondorfs at the same time.
Well, he wouldn't have to be called Ganondorf, but and then only one of them
basically
would have,
the
like,
same
the evil spirit. Like the old one would have like the evil spirit within him, but yeah.
But then what would the new one? How would the new one be like evil then?
He wouldn't be. Like, you don't have to be evil if you're born Gerudo.
No. You don't have to be evil, but like, if the prophecy is always about Ganondorf, Zelda, and Link, and then Ganondorf is like mummified but technically still alive, then I mean you could argue. Okay, sorry. So if Ganondorf is mummified and still alive, and another one is born, would the prophecy still be about Ganondorf, Link, and Zelda at that point, or would it be Link, Zelda, and whatever the new guy is?
I think it could be all about all of them and have nothing really to do with the other guy. Like, he could just be the king leading the Gerudo at that point, just like King Zora leads the Zora. Like, he's there, but it doesn't have anything really to do with the story. It's just that, hey, every 100 years, another one's born. Now we have this baby that's crying over here.
Okay. So if that's the case, then so if Ganondorf is like sleeping, and then we have this new guy who's kind of like Ganondorf, but not really Ganondorf, but he would still technically be able to fulfill the prophecy, right? So he would still be bad, right? So what if Ganondorf, like the original, the OG Ganondorf, woke up? When then there'd be two bad boys to fulfill the prophecy?
Oh.
I mean, there could be. Like, Zant came to be when Ganondorf
but
was
Zant,
still alive.
but Zant's just like a regular bad dude.
Yeah, but Zant, like, the Twilight tribe are, like, descended from Gerudo.
Hey, this is Jamie. I just want to slide in real quick here.
Hi.
I think hi, sorry, I'm sliding in. My input is that I think if that is Ganondorf in Breath of the Wild 2, I think the point is that there is not going to be a reincarnation of the spirit. That's just my input, but yeah.
Okay. I'm confused by how it wouldn't be seen as a reincarnation. Because from the trailer, it certainly looks like something.
So I think it's due to, since he's technically not dead, he may not be quite alive, but he's not dead. So therefore, he's like it's like how when you have like a seal on Ganondorf in some of the other games, and I think it kind of contradicts a little bit, but sometimes it it just doesn't it doesn't he won't reincarnate. I think like an example, I don't know if this is a really good example, but I think Ocarina of Time, I think he's sealed for more than like 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you look at like let's say the Downfall timeline, like he doesn't get reincarnated. They have to bring him back out of the seal. Like he doesn't just naturally come back. So I think that was, if that is Ganondorf, that's the point of sealing him below wherever he is in that cave in Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
That's what's really beautiful kind of about Zelda and the lore and the history, is that there are so many different outcomes that could be right.
I thought you were going to say that's what's so beautiful about me.
Oh. No, what's
all
that
about
is your
Jessica
hair.
here.
Your hair is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, that's great. But yeah, I think, yeah, I agree there though. I think that's something that's amazing about like the way that Nintendo makes these games, is like just all these different layers of things. I find it so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's cool.
Oh.
It is kind of random. I've always kind of wondered if, kind of into the theory that's already around, where Ganondorf was the original hero from 10,000 years ago with the champions.
What?
And yeah, that's a theory that's been going around, where it's because on the hieroglyphics, where it shows Calamity Ganon.
More like Hyrule glyphics.
Ha! Kill me. Okay.
Hilarious.
Where,
Sorry,
okay,
guys,
so
I gotta go.
It shows Calamity Ganon, the hero, Princess Zelda, and all the guardians with the champions and their divine beasts all fighting Calamity Ganon, like that portrait or whatever. Everyone looks like the things that they're supposed to be, but the hero doesn't look anything like Link, and instead it's like a blue clothed figure with like red hair, with like long red hair and stuff like that. So
That's
everyone's
kind of
thinking,
true, actually. Yeah.
so everyone's thinking that Ganondorf was the original hero from 10,000 years ago, and he wasn't like cursed with the curse yet, and through the lore, it was mistranslated as Calamity Ganon, but back then it was the Calamity. But then, when the hero sealed away the Calamity, it became Calamity Ganon because the Calamity was sealed within him.
Yeah. So if that means, so that could mean that actually almost works. I think it does, because Zelda specifically says that this is the end of the cycle. Therefore, the spirit doesn't have to go into a host like it usually does. It could take its own form to end the cycle using all of the malice. Like, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Do you remember where you heard that? Because that's like a really interesting theory.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Nintendo Black Crisis.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, 'cause, like,
every Zelda YouTube person has made a video on it, because there's a few on my channel as well.
Yeah, that's the where I heard
I'm
it
looking
from.
I'm looking at the. Yeah, I'm wondering, because like, yeah, the hieroglyph doesn't really look, or whatever it is, you know, the glyph doesn't really. Yeah, you're right. It's not like a Link looking glyph, and also I think a very specific prominent feature on it is the very, very large nose in proportion to the rest of it, and as you said, the red hair. Because like that's like Hylians in Zelda usually are like very like white person looking, and you know, some of them have like pointy ears or whatever, but like, you know, they're pretty generic. But like as you see with like Ganondorf, he has like a very large nose, often red hair. Also the sword that he's holding, it could reminisce to the Master Sword, but it's hard to tell. But like, I don't know, something about it it's not right. Like, it's not got the, I don't know, something about it's not like Master Sword looking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I hadn't heard of that theory. That's really interesting.
Yeah. Another part of that.
Sorry, real fast, not to interrupt. I just want to let you guys know to have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna get on out of here.
Oh, are you leaving?
Yeah, I got my own stuffs to do. So.
All right.
It was nice talking to you guys, though.
We gotta abandon us in the middle of Zelda lore talk. Come on,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
I gotta pay the bills somehow. You know how I do.
What time are you streaming, Maya?
All right.
I'm gonna be streaming like right now, basically.
Okay.
So.
Whenever
Alright.
I end, I'll send
That's-
everyone over to you.
Oh, don't worry about it, Jesse. But have yourselves a great day, and thanks for having me. And I'll see you guys later.
Alright.
All right.
Well,
Bye, Maya.
you got me
Have
as
fun.
your Twitch support, so.
I got you,
everyone-
man.
It's just me on Twitch right now, so let's go.
Let's go. All right, have a great night, guys.
All right.
Okay.
See ya.
Alright. Oh, okay, what were you saying?
But yeah, another part of that theory is, from what I remember, the Master Sword is not itself, like, because of all the damage that it had throughout the events of Breath of the Wild and stuff, even when it's, like, restored with the 60% damage, it's not actually fully restored because it still breaks. Because the Master Sword should not break because it is a sacred weapon. So the fact that it breaks really says something about how feeble it is compared to its glory days of like Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
And so a part of that theory was that the true power of the Master Sword was used during that fight 10,000 years ago, but upon the seal of Calamity Ganon going into Ganondorf, as he's like withering away with the seal inside of him, it also affected the sword because he was using it. So, like, the true power won't come back until Breath of the Wild 2 when Link like confronts it or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because like literally the Master Sword is built to withstand all of time. Like literally, like so many examples. You look at even the when it's first built, like the original the original sword is like just sitting in the temple under Hylia's like statue for like probably tens of thousands of years, right? And then there's all this time between like every single game where it's like not used and it's just like sitting in like some grove somewhere or like sitting in the temple of time kind of thing, and like it doesn't age at all, like like at all. I think if not confronted in Breath of the Wild, it'll eventually be confronted somewhere. Oh, nice. Yeah, you got the ball. I remember I hated that mini game. It's not my favorite. Like that, yeah. I was falling off the edge. But yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting theory. I just haven't I've been wanting to get back into watching all the theories because I've been playing through Twilight Princess, which is by far my favorite. But I gotta catch up a little bit. Yeah, it's like I haven't I literally just I watched a few old theories I watched forever ago rewatched it on Twilight Princess, and then I was like it was like 3 in the morning. I was like, I could just go on a rampage watching all of them right now, or I could start watching them all later. But
that'd be pretty cool.
It's like it's real. Like the Twilight Princess nerd rage I have right now is like full-fledged. Like it is. Oh, it's brutal, man.
Yeah, Twilight Princess is a pretty good game. The only thing I really don't like about it is, and this for me, this puts it on the bottom of the 3D Zeldas, is just the wolf. I really don't like the wolf. Like
That's fair.
It had a lot of potential, I think.
Well, you don't like
but
Wolf Link?
No, not really. I
think that's kind of fair. Simply, well, okay. Wait, have you played the HD version?
Yes, and they did fix some things. But
yes, they fixed a lot of things.
They fixed a lot of things with the HD version, I have to admit. But I did enjoy Wolf Link more once it became optional. Like I hated it being forced onto me. I didn't like going into the Twilight Realm and being a wolf. I just didn't.
One more question: how many times have you played that game? Because
way too many times.
Okay, that's fair. Because I've played it a lot as well, and I remember as a kid I hated Wolf Link so much when it was forced as well. Like it was the worst. It's like, oh, I have to run all the way through this area again and just get like these little light bugs. Like, oh, come on, man. But like now that I'm the more I replay it every single time, everything about that game is like I enjoy it 100% more every time. Like it's so awesome. But yeah.
About Twilight Princess. Did you know when Alan first gave the idea to the team that he wanted to have Link into a wolf, Miyamoto's exact words were, "Well, that would be boring. Who wants to
Oh my god, are you for real?"
Miyamoto said,
"That's awesome.
That would be boring. Who wants to stare at a wolf's butthole the entire..." Like, he didn't say butthole, but he's like, who wants to stare at a wolf's behind for an entire game?
The entire game.
And then that's when they came up with the idea of
that's
mid-wolf,
golden.
because if a character is riding Wolf Link, then
the tail
paid
would be
more
like
attention to the character that's riding Wolf Link.
Oh, that's
as
really
opposed
cool.
To having the camera directly pointed at Wolf Link's butt.
Yeah, that's good actually, because otherwise you're just right behind. Oh, that'd be awful.
I'll give him that.
that would definitely turn off some people. Just it's like, oh, that's like. Ew.
Wait, I'm a wolf now?
Can you imagine the teaser trailer? It's just like Wolf Link, and then it's just like a butt, and you're just like, oh no, what have you done? The worst teaser trailer of all time.
God,
it would have been worse. Oh, that would have been worse than Wind Waker for some people. That's amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get a Fairy Tale of Time game. Because I remember like a third Hero of Time game was considered when Wind Waker didn't do well, but then they made Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I kind of agree, because like another one of those. Well, first of all, they squeezed up an amazing game in like a year. But if they had actually taken a time on a third one, I think it probably would just be the best like Zelda game. I think like people are like, oh, ooh, but like I think if they had continued with that hero, because there's still like between the time gap of Twilight Princess, like there's obviously a lot that we missed on the Hero of Time, like
There's
a lot.
The whole story of him getting a family, having kids.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Kids, family, an entire war. Like we just missed that. Like he lost his eye. Like what? It's like all this stuff, and it's not there. So like I think a third game. I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know what I would have wanted in a game like that. If I would have still wanted it to be more traditional, like or more of like kind of Majora's Mask and like darker themes, where it's like I think it would probably have to be a little bit. I don't know, because if it did like the war and stuff, that would be like a huge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like saddening thing.
Part of the
What do you
reason-
guys think?
I think part of the reason they didn't do it is typically in Zelda games, you get games that, like if they go back to Hyrule, it's always like on a new console or something.
Yeah.
It's never like is it weird? It's never the same Link going back to Hyrule on a different console.
Yeah.
So
I think that's fair, because like even with like Oracle of Ages, it's still not in like Hyrule or like Seasons. It's like it's somewhere else. So and yeah, I don't know. I think I agree, because like we've never seen that before.
when you look at Ocarina of Time Link, how that Hyrule looks like, and then you look at Twilight Princess Link, what that Hyrule looks like. Breath of the Wild Link, what that Hyrule looks like. You've never, and then the only time that you've returned to the same Hyrule is when A Link Between Worlds did it, but then that was like hundreds of years or whatever, or 100 years.
Yeah, and
after.
it's still a different Link. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's never been a same Link that returned to the same
Like-
Hyrule, and there's never been the same Link return to a different version of Hyrule. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, there could be an argument, I think, for like the Majora's Mask Link coming back, and Hyrule's obviously gonna be completely different because went back in time. But it's still technically it would still be the same like Hyrule. So yeah.
I think the problem was just that like all the people picking it up as like Ocarina of Time 3 or Majora's Mask 2, whatever they want to call it. And then they're like, okay, this is the same Link. Why does Hyrule look completely different? Or
Yeah.
if they would have made it the same Hyrule, then people would have been like, this looks like a Nintendo 64 game on a GameCube. Like,
Yeah, it would have been weird.
why-
I'm still so glad they made Twilight Princess. It's my all-time favorite game ever. But I think something like the return of the Hero of Time would be incredibly interesting. Simply just because he is like the focal point of like all of Legend of Zelda is an argument, because like he split everything into like different timelines. I just
Yeah.
But
When you think about it, he is like one of the most interesting, just because like he's also like one of the saddest too, because he never gets any glory. No matter what timeline he's in, he doesn't get any like glory for his deeds, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, I know. It's like he's probably. I think it's apparent in his shade that it's like it makes total sense that he's completely just like sad. It almost makes me wonder if he purposefully decided to get lost in Faron Woods, so that he could become a Stalfos. Like, I actually think that could be a thing he wanted to do, simply because he had all this knowledge, all this experience, all this, like, this fame that he had, but it was literally forgotten. Like, just straight up, no one knew about it. So the only, I think it makes sense for him to have planned something like that, where he's like, this is literally the only way I can ever redeem my, like, legacy, is have a way to become, like, an eternal figure, even though he already was, no one knew about it. So, like, becoming something that, you know, he can teach to a new version, which he does, is, like, just the obvious thing to do. So, yeah. But
I haven't really wanted to say anything just because I've been really interested in this all the stuff. So hi, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I didn't want to be rude, so I was just kind of
it's
saying,
good.
oh, I want to speak, but I want to listen to this.
Listening to us nerd out.
You stand as a paragon among your kind.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm a super nerd. Super nerd for Twilight Princess, though.
We're sitting here.
I love the game so much. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember, like, I think that was the first video game I ever, like, cried about. I was just, like, so overrun with sadness at the end of that game. I was like, no!
Wait,
But,
which one?
Twilight Princess, I was just, like, so torn at the end of that game.
Was
but
it like
yeah.
right when Midna broke the mirror?
Oh yeah, I was like, I literally cried for like 10 minutes. I was just like, this is the saddest. I wasn't even actually playing it. Like, I was watching my brother play it. Like, I barely watched him play it at all by that point, because he was like already at the end. But like, damn, oh. Tears. Tears of sadness. Oh.
I think
So
the
I
first time I ever cried with a video game was, funny enough, Breath of the Wild. Huh?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the game that for Tunic.
Yeah,
But
I know. This is
Just
like
that
full
opening
circle.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that opening shot of just like panning from the castle, the Death Mountain to over
dude,
there, like
such
that,
yeah,
that got me. That got me.
Such a good
yeah.
moment.
It got me.
Yeah.
really good. And then
Absolutely.
literally later that year when Mario Odyssey came out, I got to the Second Kingdom, just looked around with all like the bombastic music playing, and that got me too. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Got
two
it.
games from the Switch
Yeah.
that managed to make me cry like a little baby.
Yeah.
The amount of detail is really something.
Yeah.
For me, I would say like I think to this day it's the only game that's ever made me cry. But it's like, but it wasn't like sad or anything. It was just tears of joy from how like heartfelt it was. It was Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Like at
Dude,
the end,
yes!
at the end,
Oh
at
my
the-
god, yes.
At the end of the game, when everyone's like cheering you on and telling you, "We love you, Mario. You can do it," I'm like, ah! I was so like touched. I felt so much love and affection in like that one moment.
The little
and I was
girl inside of you just like screamed.
yeah, for real. I was so like heartfelt when like that was happening, because like everything seemed lost because like the demon was reawakened and she was gonna kill everybody, and Mario couldn't do anything, and then thanks to all those people cheering you on, like the Crystal Stars, they enabled you to defeat the demon, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool. I loved it.
So good.
It was such a skin crawling moment. Goosebumps everywhere.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever like. I think that's like. I think the only games that like really make me cry are Legend of Zelda games. I don't think I've ever cried to any other game. Movies, like a lot of movies get me, but like, oh, Endgame. Oh, it tore me apart.
Endgame. Oh, Endgame was so good.
So good. So
I
good.
love that
so
movie
good.
so much.
Also, if for like anime or just like, I don't know, weeaboo nerds, like Studio Ghibli movies. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I
Every
actually have
time.
never watched a Studio Ghibli movie.
It's people. So like it's anime, but it's so much better than anything you could ever experience with a normal anime. Like I suggest it to every single person I've ever met. Like if I get the opportunity, they are the best like quality like animated movies ever.
I would
Like,
love to sit
there's
down
no
and
doubt
watch
in my
them.
mind. Yeah, there's no like any of them. I've watched all of the weird ones that no one's ever heard of, and they're still excellent movies. Like, mostly because like there's a in my hometown there's a like video store. Yeah, I know it's rare, but it's there.
Yeah.
Anyway, they like actually ship them from Japan so that because like they get them rented so often. But yeah, like I've seen like all of them, and my favorite is City in the Sky because it's like a weird cheesy romance movie, but also like it reminds me. Actually, I think the reason it's my favorite is because it reminds me of like the ancient technologies in Twilight Princess, just like awesome, cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, good movies, great movies.
I need to get around to sitting down and watching those. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Maybe with all the free time that I'll have with college next week.
Yeah.
I'll sit down and try to watch one.
I'm losing all my free time like tomorrow. I have school starting again. I'm like,
I'm wrapping up with my associate's degree in one
yeah?
state, and then next week, I'm moving 4.5 hours away from my hometown to go to another college to get my bachelor's degree.
Nice.
What are you doing?
And the best part
That's
is
good for
I'm
you.
gonna have good internet again.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm
looking
still in
on-
high
I'm
school
looking
and I
on.
hate it. I hate all of it.
Poor soul.
Yeah, it's awful.
Poor
Yeah, it's
soul.
awful. Public high school. I went from a Waldorf charter school to a public high school where 90% of the kids do drugs. So like that's I hate it.
That was my high
I hate
school in a nutshell.
I know. It's like, oh, look at this cute little elementary school, public school, high school. No, it's awful.
Like you
I've
have like
only- yeah.
25. You have like 25% of the kids who are like actually good and
Yeah.
not popular, but they get their grades done. They associate all
Yeah.
of themselves, and then the other 75% is the popular
failures.
jocks, nothing but drugs and alcohol. It was
Yeah.
bad.
I don't even have like that amount. I have like literally I could talk to like any single person and you couldn't figure out within like 5 minutes that they've probably done drugs. Like I'm not kidding when it's probably like 95% of all the people there, including all of the teachers. Like I am positive my principal just like goes home and just gets so burnt. Like it's so true. But yeah.
There was a guy who showed up drunk to our high school graduation, and he got away with it.
Really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
you
that's
could
awful.
tell so hard that he was drunk, but he did his best to make it look like he was
Like
sober.
wobbling up onto the stage and like
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
no.
most people, whenever we see the kid, he's always wobbly, so we just assumed it was normal.
I think that's probably one of the worst spaces and like times you could have done that kind of thing.
Yeah. And I
Wow.
was really scared because our principal said if anybody does anything stupid the morning of graduation, we would not receive our diplomas for like a week or something like that.
So
And
like no one would get it.
yeah, so
Oh.
everybody was like yelling at this kid right before we got on, like before we went out for graduation. And
Oh.
luckily nothing happened, so we were
Yeah.
all good.
Hopefully the like principal was just like, I'll say that and just hope no one actually does it.
Yeah.
it's like I don't actually want to like postpone graduation, dude. Like probably postponing like a full graduation would be such a pain. Like
Oh, it would
Like,
be because
all
like
the
you
preparation going into that.
yeah,
Ugh.
well you have all the preparation going into it, and not to mention most of the students probably sent invitations to family outside the state. So you would have to have
Yeah.
all that family
Oh.
go home, and then the next week have them all come back.
Yeah, like Oh yeah, and people would probably just like try and sue because that's what people do now. But
Yeah.
that'd be a nightmare for a school. Like,
You pushed me slightly. I sue you for $1 million.
yeah, seriously. Yeah, that'd be awful. Yeah, it's the only way people get money anymore.
That sounds about right.
Dude, these are so racist.
Oh really? I do remember that.
All
I
those
remember
older
that in Breath of the
Zoras
Wild.
Are like,
Yeah, the older dude.
yeah, it's like you're giving Princess Mipha's suit that she made with her own hands to this guy.
I'm just curious how that guy doesn't remember your character, cause like it's only been 100 years, like, and
It's
like
only been 100
Link.
years.
Yeah, I know, and Link was like back then he was apparently like there a lot of the time.
Yeah, of
Like
course he
Mipha
was.
had the hots
Yeah.
like real bad.
Of course he was there all the time. They were.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like getting it on. But yeah. Oh,
They were trying
I
to
just
figure out if it was
Zoras are real.
cannibalism for Zoras to eat other fish.
Cannibalism at its finest.
Yeah,
I do like
Ugh.
the different take on the Zoras in this game because, like, you know, with the Zoras in like Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, you know, yeah, they've been fish, but they've just been weird-looking fish people. And then you got
Yeah,
Breath
these
of the
are like-
Wild. You know, they
These are
have like
people.
yeah, they have like actual fish heads. They got like these claw-like
Yeah.
fingernails. So and you know, and oh god, Zoro's domain is beautiful.
Oh, I love the Zora's domain so much.
Yeah.
It's so
So
good.
question,
Yeah.
guys.
Mhm.
I have the Zora tunic. Where do I get the hat and the leggings?
Oh,
The
it's
leggings
been so
you
long. I
the
don't
leggings
remember.
you
What's
get
up
from a
next to, like,
side quest.
Toto Lake or South Lake, Ecology
Oh.
or whatever.
It's one of the
Yeah.
lakes like north of Zoro's domain, I think.
I think you have to. There's like a quest to like. Isn't there like a quest to like go up one of the waterfalls or something?
No,
You
take
get
a
it?
picture of the Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for
Sorry,
the leggings,
I'm not reliable. Just don't listen to me.
I think for the leggings, you have to do the side quest where you go up to the mountain and take a picture of the Lionel, show it to the lady, she'll
Mhm.
give you the pants.
Can I
And
just
then-
give her a picture of you?
Hey, oh, that's
Hey.
mean. That is mean. Why would you do this to me, Jesse? That's mean.
What does it mean?
Linos are ugly.
She wants you to get that picture so that she can show other people and keep them away from the mountain.
Oh,
So, in theory, you're calling me ugly.
or slash
scary.
roast me.
Yeah.
So good.
But one day I come back and start talking, start smack talking.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. I am so inconsistent on everything Jesse's server. Like,
Well,
I show
like-
up. I show up maybe
go ahead.
like maybe once a year at best.
Well,
I just die.
I haven't been able. I
and
haven't
then
been
come
able to show up as much just because I moved back home from college and my internet's just been so crap for the past year. So I've not been able to get on Discord consistently and
Yeah.
talk to people and get involved with stuff. And now that I'm moving up 4.5 hours to a new apartment with better internet, I'm hoping. And this is all
Yeah, you get
theoretical,
some-
by
get
the
some
way.
time.
I'm hoping that I'll be able to start getting back into the swing of things and start getting involved in stuff.
That's just a theory. A life theory. See you never. That's my life. I just like never show up though. Like it's weird because like Jesse, like I met Jesse like when Breath of the Wild first came out and he had 0 mods. And like he was just streaming and he's like I need some mods. And then I was part of like the legit original OG mod squad. And then like with like Retro and like a whole bunch of people. But like then I would just disappear for months because like I just did, and I don't know why, and then I come back, and then I would disappear forever, and then come back. So I've been like an admin on his server for a really long time, but I just like I'm so dead most of the time. Like I don't even know. I have no excuses.
I showed up a lot for like a lot of live streams. Like, I think it was like late 2017, early 2018, and then just randomly one day I became mod, and I'm like, all right, and now I'm here.
Yeah. I remember the conversation. Jesse was walking through like the Fire King, or you know the volcano, and he was just like, I need a mod. I was like, no, I did some modding. I was a mod on like a Minecraft server when I was like 9. I can do this. I was like, I could be a mod. And he's like, you. And I was like, what? Like one of my favorite YouTubers just made me a mod. Whoa.
I was joking.
I know. That was cool. But yeah, that's how it started. It's like literally completely random. And now we're here like after being resurrected for like the nth time, and that's my life. Oh wait, Jesse, what was that message for? It's like, I'm all good, dude. You sent me a. I don't know if it might.
Posted something somewhere.
Oh yeah, that was a few nights. Yeah. No, I'm good. It was. I was just upsetty spaghetti about some stupid dude on. But yeah, I'm good. He was basically like I don't even remember what server. Oh yeah, it was some other streamer's server, and I was just feeling chatty, and I was like looking. Yeah, we'll send him
Get in a big SUV,
hire some thugs and
No, we're the
yeah. We're the thugs. Yeah. Just get on some masks. We gotta represent. We gotta get like some of your merch. By the way, buy some merch. Plug. Insert plug here. Anyway, yeah, I was just being friendly with some random dudes, and we were talking weeb stuff, and he's like, no one wants to talk to you. I'm just gonna like just F you, man. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was a little salty, and that was good. But yeah, it wasn't like anything. But if we wanna get the gang together, beat some dudes up.
Oh, I'm down for beating somebody up.
Got some friends. Got some hacker friends. Get my epic Fortnite gamer friends together. Let's get it on.
Get all the dubs and the battle royales.
Get some Area 51ers. Like say we're going to Area 51. Actually, just end up at some like Chad's house and just be sad.
Man, I have not played Fortnite in like months.
I played it like never. I like never played it. I played it like I can count how many times I played it. I think I played it 6 times, and that was it. Like my friends were like, "Dude, you should play Fortnite with us." I was like, "Yeah, okay." And like I had fun while I was playing it, but like I hated playing it like without anyone. Like just doing anything without like some of my good friends, like it just sucks. Just also they like hardcore carried me because I was awful. But yeah, I would have rather played anything.
I actually used to play Fortnite a lot with with Jesse, I think Kayla and a couple other people.
I remember there was like a whole bunch of people who played on it here.
Yeah, and then my dad started playing Fortnite on his iPhone, and it got to the point where I'm like, okay,
like,
my father is ruining this game for me. I can't play it anymore. So I don't know.
Oh, man.
Maybe when I get up to college, I'll get back into it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'd rather be playing honestly anything else.
Battle
I'd rather
Royale's
be playing like Crash Team Racing or something like that.
Oh yeah, dude, that game looks so much fun.
Oh, it's so good.
It looks awesome. Yeah. The first thing I saw. Continue. Sorry.
Not a fan of the microtransactions. So I wish they would just.
Oh,
Get
that's a
that.
thing. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah,
Yeah,
the first thing I
they-
saw about it. First thing I saw about it was a guy who won a year supply of KFC because he's like literally one of the world's best like speedrunners of it, and he got randomly picked on Twitch from KFC on their Twitter account, and then he just literally like they had like a whole tournament. He won every single like one without fail. He beat everyone. Won
Oh my
every. It was like a
goodness.
12-round tournament with like 6 different layers, and it was just like, and then now he's just got like he's apparently literally just auctioning off some of the KFC because he doesn't want to like get fat. So he's just like got a year supply of coupons, and he's just like, yeah, I don't really need all this. But yeah, that was awesome. It's like I was like, this game looks fun, and then it's just the first thing I saw. It's great.
I got the PS4 version right now. I want to get the Switch version eventually, just so I can kind of have it on the go and play with some of my other friends that have the Switch version. Because
Yeah.
like a lot of my buddies and I, we always play on the PS4 version, and I wanted the PS4 version because I wanted those really
I'm getting
crappy.
destroyed trying to get the right picture.
Oh, sorry. I keep keep looking at it. Oh, yeah, I keep like kind of looking at it and just like seeing it like going for a hit. I'm like, oh, okay, it hits you every once in a while, but damn. Okay, that's a good photo. Keep that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for a selfie.
Alright, I
Gotta get
think
that
we
selfie.
can Kill it now. So.
Yeah.
Kill it
Dude,
with fire.
my Switch like games are so depressing. Like I don't have like I don't know why. I just haven't like I just ran out of money, and I was like, no, I don't really want to like get any more money, so I just like have these really awful games. Like the only like legit like Nintendo Switch game I have is Smash. And then I have a game, like a whole bunch of like free games or like games that are like 10 cents kind of thing, like they're on sale or whatever. I have Kitten Squad, which is like a roguelike with cats that shoot guns. And that's it. That's literally it. I got a game called Sparkle Genesis, which is like it's like some weird like evolution game that was kind of awful. I got a game called Robonauts, which is just weird. Color Zen, which you like mix colors and then the demo of Let's Go Pikachu and the Wave Remastered. It's just like games that like literally cost like $1 or under that like is all I have. It's sad. Like I should just get like Fortnite or something. Just pretty bad. But dude, Jesse, oh. Feels.
Yeah,
You're on master mode, right? So like, yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. Do you know? Are they like faster on master mode? Is that a thing? 'Cause I didn't ever get any of the like. Never tried master mode. He's like, he looks fast. Wait, do you have to kill him, or can you just take the photo?
No, I just want to kill him.
Okay. You have
I
any
kinda
arrows?
have him now, so.
Yeah. I'd like hide behind a rock and pepper him with arrows. Oh, maybe you can climb up one of the rocks and just like cheese him. Yeah, I remember in Breath of the Wild, I would just always find the like cheesiest way of killing things. It's just kind of game kind of difficult sometimes. Like I was playing through Dark Souls 3. Like I just had magic, and I would just like find spots where they couldn't really hit me, and I would just roll away and shoot them with magic when they died. Or like if I could find a spot to just like hide, just do it from there. Oh right, I had another question that I forgot about on like your Dragon Break theory. It was another thing related to Breath of the Wild 2. Do you think that Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna kind of be like the spot, like a main spot where Hylia is gonna like correct timeline? Like I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, Breath of the Wild 2, you're gonna go back like 100 years or whatever, you know, do like all this like stuff. I don't know. I've just that's what I've been hearing on random things. But do you think that somehow that's gonna be a point where like the goddess of time will like influence things?
I think she might show up. I think you might travel to the past, but the game itself is not going to be set in the past. Like
Yeah,
Aonuma made it super clear that it was a sequel because a lot of people were being like, well,
yeah.
how does this blah 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 happen? Because this happened and whatever, and it's like,
Yeah.
people
It's
asking,
not a prequel, but yeah.
yeah, like in the same way Breath of the Wild had memories that showed you what the past was like. Breath of the Wild 2, well, I think it'll still have memories, or
Stuff like that, yeah.
maybe you'll even like get Ganondorf's memories instead of Zelda's or yours.
Oh yeah.
So,
I also heard an interesting. Apparently, a lot of people are excited, possibly about playing as Zelda.
oh, yeah.
You think that might be a thing?
There was a bunch of interviews with Aonuma where, before Breath of the Wild released, like there was a Nintendo Direct where he said that he didn't want you to think of Zelda Wii U as a single-player game. So hinting towards it having some sort of multiplayer thing to it, which could have been.
Yeah, and we never really got anything like that. So that
it could
still
have been
kind
the
of
original
applies.
intentions for Wolf Link.
Do
So,
you?
like, instead of the computer controlling Wolf Link, it could have been made so
Yeah.
your
Like
second player could
your
control
buddy
Wolf
or
Link.
someone, yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
completely optional in the game. But anyways,
Yeah, for sure.
Breath of the Wild 2, after Breath of the Wild 1 released, there's an interview with Game Informer where it's Miyamoto and Aonuma sitting on a couch being interviewed, and it's just like 40 questions being asked really quickly. And one of the questions is, what do you want to work on with the next Zelda game? And he said that he wanted to take what he learned from the multiplayer from Triforce Heroes and apply it to the Breath of the Wild engine. And if you look now, they have, like, it's not just using the Breath of the Wild engine, like it's literally Breath of the Wild again. And with Zelda being a companion character, maybe that's what the online part of it is. Like, if you can just play it as Link if you want, or in the same way
switch
that,
to Zelda.
Yeah, like in the exact same way that Wolf Link is completely
Yeah,
optional, to where like it does not change the game at all. All of the puzzles, everything you can do by yourself. But
It's just like
if
a little bonus.
yeah, like they could do that. And there's a lot of people that would say that it would, like, multiplayer would ruin Zelda. And that's the example I use. Is like, if they make a multiplayer Zelda game and you try to play it single player, like if you try to play Triforce Heroes by yourself,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not going to be fun.
It's
of
not.
course it ruins the game experience for you. But if you play it with 2 other people, then it's a really good game.
Yeah, it's a blast, yeah.
And then
I'm curious though if Zelda is really playable, because she looks incredibly powerful in Breath of the Wild. Like obviously most incarnations of like Zelda are very like talented at like magic and whatever the divine magics are, but like this Zelda looks like nuts. Like holding off Ganon for like 100 years by herself. Like, then just all of the craziness that she can do in Breath of the Wild, like, just, like, if you could use, like, that kind of stuff, whoa.
yeah, but I would say that there's like a 50-50 chance that it will be multiplayer, but
yeah,
I almost guarantee that whether it is or it isn't, I think Zelda will be playable, because there was also interviews with the president of Nintendo, whoever the new president is, because they had the one president that was president for like a few months, and then they got the actual president. But,
Was this in regards to Reggie leaving?
No, this is like.
No.
Of
Oh no, because
Nintendo,
they had a
Nintendo,
of Nintendo. Sorry, yeah. Yep.
So like when Iwata passed, they had someone take over that was like.
Yeah, temporary.
Like a temporary president, and then they
Yep.
got like the actual president now. And one of the first things that the president said was that he wanted to put a bigger focus on DLC and their online service, which
Okay.
like he even mentioned going back and giving older games that were already big successes, giving them DLC. So at the time, I thought maybe he was hinting towards like Breath of the Wild getting more DLC or Super Mario Odyssey finally getting DLC, which they did, sort of. Like
Yeah.
They both got the VR
Kind of.
DLC thing, if you want to count that.
Yeah.
Which was free, so that was cool. But the other part of that was put more of a focus on the online service. The best way to do that, obviously, is with multiplayer games. And since Aonuma is wanting, and has been wanting to make a big Breath of the Wild style multiplayer Zelda game, the president wanting to have a big push with their online service.
Yeah,
seems like
that's a
both of those go together pretty well. So I am very
and those are both like big figures in Nintendo. So like, so there's a good chance, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very confident that it will be like a multiplayer Zelda game.
I'm very excited for Breath of the Wild 2. It's like it's like one of my favorite games, and then it is referencing that it's going to be the darkest in the series, where the darker the games are usually in Zelda games for me, the more I like them, I've found. So like it's just going to be I hope it sounds like it's just going to be a win-win for me. So like sounds awesome. Oh, did you turn in that quest?
I'm trying to talk to the girl. Like I already took
Oh,
the picture, I killed the Lionel, did everything that I needed to, but I'm trying to talk to her and she doesn't.
Maybe go to your photo?
Go to
Something there? I don't know. You can go to like look at your photo album. Maybe there. I remember. I could also just look it up if you want.
Yeah, you could do that. I'll look at
Okay,
the
what's
photos real quick.
La Flat quest.
Yeah.
Ooh, internet. What you doing this? Defeat the Lionel.
Oh, here it
Like,
is.
I know like where it is kind of, and I haven't played like literally since I beat it, like back when you initially played it. So like yeah. Let's just look at the quest. Occasionally the Lionels once two Lionels down, collect arrows. Head back to Zora and speak with the Flat again. You can save time and fast travel as you give the Flat the picture and you'll receive the Zora Greaves in return. You have to give her the photo.
But doesn't she prompt you?
I would think. Maybe like rest or something and then walk back to her. It doesn't let me look at another stuff.
Do I have it?
You have a wood. Yeah.
Maybe I have to talk to what's his name?
Oh, master mode. Upon showing it to LaFlat, she screams at the sight of the beast's picture before regaining her composure. Accomplish this quest easily if he takes a picture of a Lionel and keeping it in his album before even starting. Help.
I'm thinking maybe I had to talk to Sidon and the old racist fish dude.
Yeah, I would talk to it. Oh, yeah, maybe.
And then after that, maybe the quest opens up.
Oh, yeah, that might be it, because I think I might remember something like that.
Until you beat 𝐓𝐷𝐷?
Oh, wait, that's like for that.
No, I remember getting it before beating 𝐓𝐷𝐷.
Yeah, that was... No, because, yeah, when you have it before, it makes 𝐓𝐷𝐷, like, the starting bit of 𝐓𝐷𝐷 a lot easier. It doesn't? Oh, I don't remember that, but maybe he's right. Or Chi or P or whatever you go by.
Maybe they mean like this cutscene with 𝐓𝐷𝐷.
Yeah,
'Cause
this might
there's
be
a
it.
cutscene. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, and this is the memory. Yeah, this is a great cutscene.
You just need...
I love all the cutscenes, dude. They're so good.
It's still not working.
How am I...
Like,
Okay, we need some
the
people
entire
in Twitch
time-
here.
The entire time that
Mhm.
I've been playing this playthrough, there's no voice
Mhm.
acting at all.
That's really...
Yeah, it's just subtitles.
Could maybe, like, look at, like, a bug report and do a server. Look it up. Okay, we need some people from... I'm the only person on Twitch right now. What the heck? That ain't right. Get some Twitch peeps in.
Zor's domain does look awesome though.
Oh yeah, dude. I love the aesthetic of this game. Like, at first, like, it threw me off a little bit. And then, like, I really started, like, when you get, like, Zora's domain especially, like, you get to certain places where it's, like, incredibly well designed, and you're just like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, this was one of the first places that were spoiled for me. It was like a week before
Mhm.
the game came out. There was someone who had,
Mhm.
like, one of the Zelda YouTube people were doing a live stream of the game from like a
Oh,
hacked
yeah.
Wii U or something like that.
Yeah,
And
whatever it is.
whenever I clicked on it, it was they were in this area, and then I clicked on it like
Oh.
an hour later. They were in Korok Forest.
Yeah, like, yeah, all the like the overworld, I think it looks great, but, like, you know, when with places like this, they literally probably built it, I think, by scratch. So, like, they spend so much time here. Whereas I think they might have said, I think in some interviews somewhere they might have said that a lot of it was kind of procedurally generated. I don't know if that's correct. You probably know better than I, but
Wait,
like,
what?
yeah.
What's procedure?
Oh.
generated?
Oh, like, a lot of the, like, you know, fields and overworld, and then they, like, went back through, you know, picked it up. Wait, did that guy just mention Malo Mart?
Marrow Mart. Probably
Oh.
Marrow.
Yeah, probably. I was like, I didn't see the R. I was like, what? Malo Mart. Yeah, I spent like 10 hours grinding rupees in
Technically,
Twilight Princess.
Mallow Mart in Japan would be Marrow Mart. 'Cause
Oh,
of the
yeah, that's a good
arsenals.
point. Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I can talk to her. So I had to talk to Sidon first.
Okay, so that's probably what that. How do you join the stream? That's in the Discord. I think I think you have to be a staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way the kids don't get on and start yelling bad words.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, how's it going with them and your
It's good.
brother?
Layla.
Yeah.
My brother's he's been calling, asking for advice on different Zelda games. He's been playing
Oh yeah.
Minish Cap and Link to the Past.
Got a good got a good taste of Zelda games.
Like he went through Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time,
Oh yeah.
and then after he beat
get through
the
the good
game,
stuff.
he kept calling back asking how to do different glitches and stuff. So I was trying to talk to him how to, like, get the Fierce Deity Mask outside of the boss dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Get Epona inside of Clocktown. stuff like that.
Yeah, my older brother got that glitch going once, and he was just like he didn't turn off his N64 for like days. He just like left it running so he could come back and use it.
A really cool thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome because I actually have the only video on YouTube of it. But if you combine those two glitches, to where you get Epona in Clocktown, and the Fierce Deity Link glitch, then you'll be like you have to do 2 glitches, one on one save file, another on the other save file. So you save as Fierce Deity Link in Clocktown at the bird statue, and then you save on your horse on the second save file on Milk Road while you're on the horse. And then when you start back on file 1, you'll be playing as Fierce Deity Link riding on Epona in Clocktown.
in Clocktown. Is like, I'm assuming the proportions are just weird and like animations are funky.
Very.
Yeah.
It's cool. It all works.
Yeah, it sounds like something that's like a pain in the butt to like activate.
Yeah, like there's no purpose for it because
yeah, it's just
DD
something
Link
cool.
only has the one button that he can use, and
Yeah.
the game will glitch. Really
If you try other stuff, yeah.
yeah.
But like, yeah,
So
it's just a whole ordeal.
I need one horse, or not horse, one goddess, fairy goddess. At least one.
Oh yeah.
I think where any are.
So the desert. Have you gone to the desert?
No, that's too far away though.
Oh, there's one around here, right?
I got the one at
There might-
Kakariko.
So there's one at Kakariko. There's the, not really a fairy, but there's the horse person.
Did they upgrade
There's,
normal weapons or normal tunics?
I don't think so. There's, I think there might be one. Wait. No, that was Kakariko. Sorry, I was looking at your map. I think there's one around here somewhere. I just don't remember.
I'll look
Actually,
this
chat
up.
might be useful.
Yeah,
Chat, do you know the fairy fountains? It's been a while for. Man, I should start. I re-downloaded it. I should be playing it right now. I initially got it. I didn't want to cash out like 300 for a Switch when it came out on Switch, and I had literally just bought my, or like just a little bit before gotten my Wii U. So like, I just got it on a Wii U, and honestly, there's nothing wrong. I think it's great on Wii U. I don't think I didn't notice really anything different at all. Like, I thought it was great. Like, graphics were still wonderful, and like, there's no like difference between like the games at all.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
I
one next
found-
to Akala.
Yeah, that's right. That was the one I was trying to think of.
I need to remember where Akala. There it is. Yeah, it's the one close to. So I did a few things today. I've been going around. I got all of the. From when I started, the way that I was going to do this, because you could play through it a million different ways. I got all of the Sheikah towers. That way I could get the entire map cleared.
Yeah, that's a good start.
And then I was going to do shrines if it involved getting a tunic or something special, or if they just happened to be in my way. And then I was going to get enough shrines to. That's a,
That's so loud.
that's a shrine. We need the thing. But then I was going to do
So-
enough shrines to get the Master Sword. And then after I
Okay,
get
so
the
you're
Master
so
Sword,
end goal is Master Sword.
yeah, and then I'll do the Divine Beasts.
All right.
Alright, so it said it was to the left, I think?
Oh, you're taking damage. You guys freezing.
Yeah, he's fine.
Whoa! What the heck? Whoa!
What's up?
I haven't played in a really long time, but I have like a DLC outfit or something right now. I don't know what's going on. I have like a Dark Knight outfit. Not Dark Knight, like the Phantom outfit.
Oh, cool.
I only have one amiibo. I have like a Mario amiibo. What? How? I don't know how I got this, legit.
So
I have Zora's Mask as well. What? Yeah, I have Phantom stuff. Where did I get That's awesome. Maybe it was like DLC or something? I don't have any
it says
DLCs
there's
though.
a lake that I glided
This. I'm so confused. Oh man, I do not remember controls at all. Just draw sword. There's sprint. Alright. Yeah, I'm just playing on my like full max out. Or I didn't do everything, but like beat the game and got a lot of the shrines.
over. Yeah.
Or at least enough that I have really good stats, I guess, because like almost full hearts, almost and max stamina. Pretty good. Yeah, I got like a lot of this stuff. Oh, you got the Greaves, right? You figured that out.
The what?
You figured out how to get the Greaves, right? You got that working?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just forgot. Okay, I'm in Korok Village. Yeah, I love the Korok Village. It's so nice here.
Alright, I need to find the Tol Knock Shrine.
Oh no.
Wait. No, that's the 𝐾𝐞𝐬𝐿.
Where is it around?
See a forest, Lake 𝐾𝐿a. See a forest on the cliffside. Head into the forest. There you'll find her. A forest on the cliffside beside the lake.
I'm so unfamiliar with this map right now. Woo! It's been a bit. Oh yeah, I did the whole. I did. Yeah, I did a lot in this game. I forgot. I think the reason I kind of like stopped is because like I didn't want to like wikis and stuff are already out about like where all the shrines are, but like I didn't want to comb through the entire game again just for a a few shrines. So I'm like with certain games I try and kind of be like a completionist, but most games I just play kind of like I play a lot of games, so I'm not like casual, but like I'll try and be like. Yeah, this game, it rewards to, be doing everything, but, like, at the same time, that's, like, you're not that kind of person, it gets a little painful. Dude, why did I get this? I don't know. I have literally no idea how I got this armor. Got the Phantom stuff, and I got Majora's Mask. Just don't know how. Cool. Oh, this is such a good game.
I guess I'll do this shrine. Goddess thing.
Horse there.
Is the master mode image supposed to be like orange or red or a reddish orange? Like when it goes to the loading screen?
Oh, oh, I don't know.
A minor test of strength. Well, this should be easy. I've already done a major test of strength.
Yeah, I never did the master mode, so I'm not sure. Oh, just I remember at some point I grinded, but actually it was, I think it was actually a little bit before game. I grinded one of these guys just for like a major, but just like saved and would restart until I got like a really good item. I was like over prepared, super hard. Made like a ton of food, everything. Yeah, playing through Twilight Princess again though makes you realize how spoiled you are with like ladders, like like jumping up ladders and like climbing. It like yeah.
Especially
just
the original version, because Twilight Princess HD they actually like I don't know if they doubled the speed, but they sped up.
Oh yeah, it's a lot faster. I noticed that. No, yeah, I think it's
like
definitely
1.5
probably like
or 2.
twice the speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like even still, like I would have just rather they added like a little jump mechanic on like those climbs, because like just like some of those are just like insane. Like when you're going through what's it called? Yeah, like some of the climbs up at like near the end when you're in the Twilight zone or Twilight realm. Like there, and you can go behind like that waterfall, and there's just like a ladder climb that just goes on forever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like so slow.
The Skyward Sword, use your stamina for that too?
Yeah, yeah. Skyward Sword I think was the first that had it, but yeah, it uses your stamina.
No, I mean to climb faster.
Oh, yeah, I think it does do that as well.
This is where we will be ending the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
if I can get things.
Oh, the fairy.
Yeah, you have no idea how much they've saved.
Yeah. Fairy. Should probably grab a weapon, honestly. I'm just running around with like armor on, nothing else. Let's grab a sword. Let's grab my master sword. Yeah. Do I still have my Hylian Shield? I do. Hylian Shield does not break in this, right?
No, it does. It just takes a lot.
It does.
And then you can buy more in Fairy Town.
Oh, that's why. That's how I had.
Yeah,
Mine
so
broke.
everybody that's
Wanted
watching,
another.
After
Yeah.
we upgrade some of the stuff, we're going to be ending the stream. Thank you all for watching. And of course, thank you for joining me in the chat, and everyone else that was in here earlier that's already left.
Yeah. I've been like the only Twitch watcher for like. There's like 2 of us, and then he left, and it's just been me this entire.
Do you have a YouTube or Twitch or Twitter or anything that you want to shout out for people to follow?
Not really. Nothing really. Yeah, I got my Discord. I'm 𝐓𝐼𝐬𝐥𝐿44 on that, I guess. But yeah, I'm kind of a dead person on Jesse's. So feel free to tell me about things in general.
Well, everyone that joined the Discord, there should be a link in the description for that.
Yeah. There's
and
a.
since we're here, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end it. So again, thank you everybody.
Shout out to his Patreon.
Woo
Woo woo!
to do another stream. And of course, you're
Alright.
more than welcome to join if you use the voice chat anytime.
Yep. Alright, thank you. Okay.